What's going on, everyone? Welcome. This is the Warehouse Series. I appreciate everybody for being here. And if you are not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Guys, it doesn't matter what you are as long as you are working in a warehouse, whether it's selection. And I really believe that all supervision, if you're a supervisor in a warehouse and you're coming across one of my videos, you should be following my channel, because not only am I giving insight to what you could do to make your warehouse a better place, I'm also, like today, I'm bashing on you guys today. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I am bashing on the supervision today. I'm bashing on authority at work, at the workplace. And this all came from a discussion over in Discord where someone got written up for a safety violation. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't be written up for safety violations, but it always has to be the good employee. All right, I'm just telling you right now, I've 26 years in the warehouse. Supervision writes up good employees. They do not write up the bad ones. They know that, okay, my boss is telling me I got to write up a couple people, let them know that we're boss and we're going to set some authority on the floor. And then they come out and see you, and then they write you up for something stupid. Oh, I was turning in the air when I was in my forklift. So we're going to write him up because this is going to be easy write up. Oh man, when this person was talking about it, just sparked it, guys. I get these flashbacks from working in the warehouse, and I'm like, boy, I really hate certain things in the warehouse. So I'm going to talk about supervision today. Guys, so subscribe. Join Discord, link in the description below. If you want to donate, help to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Guys, I really appreciate the people that are shopping at my store. If you are having trouble finding my store, just ask me in the comment section below. I'm just going to take a link from one of my items, put it in the comment section, click that link, and then hit seller's other items. So let's get on to today's video. All right, guys, so people of authority that have no clue. And why don't they have a clue is because, guys, when I'm at graduation parties, as of lately, and I'm at places, I'm always nitpicking other people's brains, especially if they tell me they're in some type of business atmosphere. I love listening to other people talk, because that's the only way you learn, is when you start getting to talk to people that are a lot smarter than you. That's the only way you get to learn. That's why I ask a lot of questions whenever I talk to people that are very successful. So one thing I want to say is, in the warehouse setting, well, besides trainers, these positions here, you don't even have to know what the hell warehousing is. You don't even have to know what selection is or forklifting is. At our warehouse, as long as you have a degree, you can get hired in as a supervisor. So you could have worked at McDonald's, worked at the car dealership down the street, went and got your college education. Now you're going to come in and tell me how to do my job. So when the person was talking on Discord about the being reprimanded safety-wise, oh my God, it irritates me, and it shouldn't. But guys, all these people who I'm freaking bashing today, all right, all the way up from the CEOs. CEOs started their company freaking long time ago. All right, maybe they wanted to get into the grocery stores, but do they really know what goes on in the warehouse? No. In 26 years, I've seen our CEOs in that warehouse probably 3 times. All right, they don't know what goes on there. They look at a computer screen. They look at their which I don't fault them. I mean, as long as business on their end is looking good, I guess they're not going to come in the warehouse and see what's going on. And then you got the warehouse managers. All right, so another one where they never selected a case in their life. And for the supervisors at our work that have selected a case in their life, it wasn't for very long. They couldn't do the job, so they went on to supervision. And HR. We go through HR at our work like freaking McDonald's employees. We have a new HR person every year. Every year there's a new HR person. Shift managers tend to stay. Supervisors and shift managers tend to stay. The warehouse managers tend to stay. Our safety leaders swap out maybe 4 or 5 years. Inventory guys, both of our inventory guys at both of our buildings, perishable and dry goods, have been there forever. And then the trainers are actually us. But why I threw the trainers on there is because we get trainers that just don't give a shit. They're people that think they could do the job, but they can't do the job. And what do I mean by that is, we're all older guys. I'm 45. There's people that train that are 50, and they'll tell you how they used to throw 120 back in the day. Well, I tell you all the time that our standards are a lot different than what they are now. And the only reason why our trainers make their times is because our high lift times are combined with our selection time. If our trainers at our work had to strictly throw 8 hours a day, they would never make their times. I'm sorry, guys. I guarantee you will never make your times. I'll even put money on that you will not make your times. So the trainers at our work, they only make their times because they combine their selection time with forklift time. So who are they to train somebody to make 100% or more? And so that's why I threw them on there. All right, guys. So one of the degrees that's probably one of the best ones that you could probably have is a business, because in the classroom setting, you're going to learn how the business operates. You're going to learn how the business does this and that. But it doesn't matter what you have at our warehouse. You know, as long as you have a degree, you can get in. But even still, you did not do the job. So how are you going to discipline me? How are you going to tell me this, tell me that, when you have never done the job? You know, are you in dry goods when it's 95 degrees outside and it's 120 in the warehouse with humidity? No, you're sitting in your freaking air conditioning office. So shut up, all right? And especially when you're in a dry goods warehouse and it's 95 degrees outside and your freaking workers are out there busting their ass and you're going to call them in for a 98% because they're not at 100. I love to give double middle fingers right now. That's how we feel out on the floor. All right, we don't give a shit about your freaking opinion. I'm out here dying, you know, throwing these cases for your stupid stores. Let us be. But they don't do that. It's all about that 100%. All right, if you have to make 100%, they don't care if it's 150 degrees in that warehouse. You better make your 100%. So that's one thing that really pisses me off about supervision, warehouse settings, and these people that think they have business degrees so they know exactly what we go through out on the floor. You know nothing. Guys, I swear probably, and I'm just guesstimating, 80% of the businesses out there, probably even 90, you have to start at the bottom and work your way to the top. And that's how I feel. And this is what Cole Wolf was telling me with Publix, which, hey, any warehouse that does this, thank you. You should start at the bottom. You should be a selector. You should be a reach lift operator. You should do all the jobs that entails the floor, whether it's cleaning, sanitary, whatever it is. You should be doing, in these first two steps, you should be doing all the jobs on the floor and then become a trainer. This is the steps that I think that warehouses should take. Do all the jobs on the floor. I'm not saying you got to do it for freaking 5 years. Do it for a year. Do it for 2 years. Learn the jobs. Learn the struggles behind them. Learn the congestion. So whenever you go to delay or deny or delay time, you understand, you know what? I get it because I did it. Well, you haven't done it, so you don't get it. Become a trainer. Realize how hard it is to train someone to do this job, especially people that don't even want to listen. So become a trainer. And why do I have a clerk? Because to me, you should not jump from all this to a supervisor. You should, although a clerk might be a downgrade because we make more money doing this, although we make more money than supervisors too. But you make a lot of money doing this and you might be a downgrade here, but you're starting to learn the office area from being a clerk. I truly believe these are the steps that should be taken in a warehouse. All the jobs on the floor, become a trainer, become a clerk, start learning the computer system and everything that's going on in the warehouse, then a supervisor, then a shift manager, then a general manager, and then you become the district manager. But other than that, right now, as long as you have a degree, you could come right into this position. You could skip all of this, come right here to the shift manager or even the general manager because you were a general manager at, I don't know, some other thing that didn't even have selecting, and you come in and start telling me how to do my job, you know, because you think you know what, you know, this is what pisses me off about warehousing. All right. I'm just telling you guys right now, supervision, shift managers, general managers, and district managers, probably 3% of them have actually thrown before. And if they did, it was not for a long time because they could not handle the job. So who are these people to tell us how to do our job? Now, I want to go right back to these people again, too. So I want to tell you guys something, you know, and this probably goes for any place that you work at. These people are not your friends. All right. They are not your friends. Maybe the trainers, if the trainers come from the same place that you're at, but, you know, they are not your friends. When you go to work, you should have as little contact with these people as possible. All right. As little contact as possible with these people. Go in, do your job. Mind your P's and Q's and just focus on you. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be oblivious to what's going on around you. Obviously, I'm a big safety person. I really think that you should focus on the safety, but only you and you alone are going to make your standards in the warehouse. That's why I always say there's no team in warehousing. All right. The team of all the employees on the floor is not going to make your 100% for you. Only you and you alone is going to make your times for you. So guys, very little contact with these people because they don't care about you. All right. They don't care about you. You are simply just a number to them. All right. 26 years. My bosses are so dumb that I left work. They sent me a card the other day. So when I say 26 years, I was 25 years in like 10 months. So I've been out of the warehouse for months, and these knuckleheads just send me a freaking card. So they don't even know I'm gone probably. And your coworkers, I'm sorry. I told everyone there, I know the routine. All right. I know the routine. It doesn't matter if I was there for 45 years. 2 weeks later, who the heck was Tim? We don't remember Tim. That, guys, it's just the way it works. All right. No hard feelings, no ill will towards the people I work. But there is no one at my work that's missing me right now. I can guarantee you that. That's just how it works. So, guys, go in, make as much money as you possibly can, ignore all these people, and get the hell out of there. So let's get to what the Discord person said. And this is what pisses me off, is that management and our safety leader, safety supervisor, you can call them whatever you want, they don't give a shit about you until you get hurt. So this is the warehouse manager. The warehouse manager you might see on the floor a couple days, maybe out of the month. The safety leader you might see every once in a blue moon. But when someone gets hurt, you're going to see them. And they're going to group you all together, and especially if someone got hurt horse playing. They're definitely going to group everyone together, give you the third degree, come down, give you the big speech, like they care. And then guess what? They just float away into the dust. They go back up into their air conditioning offices upstairs, and everything is just over with. And then when someone else gets hurt again, they're going to pop up again. Just a joke. Just a big freaking joke. Someone gets hurt. Yeah. Now, if I go up to someone and say, I've reported stuff before, guys, at my warehouse. There's a pallet of water that's like falling through the rack. It lasted 6 hours before it was fixed. There's a rack that's disconnected from the floor. Can we get that attended to? Weeks later, that disconnected rack is still there. So I actually stopped reporting stuff safety-wise in the warehouse because they don't give a shit. It's only when this happens do they care. Lazy sons of bitches. This is as simple as I could put it. They don't care. They don't freaking care. After that safety meeting, all right, guys, back to your incentive. Let's go to work. That's why I laugh so much. Implementing the incentive program at warehouses is saying we can't get people to come in here and do the job, so we're going to get our workers to work faster. That's all this is. You guys think that the company likes you and they're just going to throw you extra money if you work harder. We're going to reward the hard workers. They don't give a shit about you. They're only giving you incentive money because they cannot get people in there to do the job, so they need their good workers to work faster. And this is why people are getting hurt more often in warehouses, because they wire us to think like, man, if I'm up 1,000 minutes at the end of the week, I get this much more in my paycheck every week. So when you're out on the floor selecting, the only thing you're thinking about is the dollar signs that you're chasing. You're not thinking about anything else out on the floor. Guys, there are a few of us that do still think safety when we're trying to make that incentive money, but for the most part, these people are chasing dollar signs, and that's it. And the company enforces that. They're the ones that are provoking that. So if a company really gave a crap about safety, they would not have incentives like this. They would not even have your basic standards so high. They wouldn't make the guidelines so high to make that in such a short period of time. They would give you training more often. They, like some of these warehouses only give you like 2-3 days of training. There are so many things that happen in the warehouse setting that just, that middle finger wants to go flying up to you guys. I feel like Joey Swole. You got to do better. If you guys don't know who Joey Swole is, he's on TikTok. He's a weightlifter, and he calls out people in the gym. Well, I'm calling out the people in the freaking warehouse. You got to do better, because you guys suck in the warehouse, especially when you have not ever done the job, and you're going to sit there and tell these people to work faster, work harder. You're not doing your job good enough. And then you're going to crack down on them when it's 130 degrees in the warehouse and someone's taking an extra break in the lunchroom. Hey, what are you doing in here? You got to get back out there. Get back out there in that furnace and go throw some boxes. because I got to go back to my air conditioning, office. You made me come out, and I'm a little irritated by that. And the last one I want to talk about, guys, and the reason why I threw this back on here again, and I have talked about this in the past, is because this is how they make you feel like you're part of the team, and it really just pisses me off because these two head honchos right here at the table, these are all the employees, okay? They pulled off the floor. We got our slotting standard safety committee. So this is our safety committee. Guys, we really want you to walk around and report all the safety issues that's going on in the warehouse. And these two guys are sitting here like, we don't care. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. I've been on the safety committee. I've been on the standard committee. I've been on the slotting committee. I've been on all of them. Actually, I don't think I was on the standard committee. I was on first response. I did all of that crap. When you sit down and give your, guys, I take this, like, we kid around like, I told you guys, warehousing's like the 13th grade. So when I'm on the floor, yeah, I might have my joking attitude towards other people. You're just trying to make the day go by when you're out on that damn floor throwing boxes or doing your high lift work or whatever. But when I'm in this setting, I take off the freaking work hat and I put on the business hat because I want to be a contributor to trying to make my company a better place to work at, because me and my colleagues have to work there every day in that warehouse. So I'm trying to make that place better. But when I was on these committees and I come up with really good things, these two knuckleheads right here would just sit there and it would just go in this air and out this air because they don't care what you have to say. All this is just to make you feel like you're involved with the company and your input has a say-so. It does not have a say-so. Because I'll tell you what, me and a couple of my, unfortunately one passed away, but when we were on like slotting and stuff like that, we had some guys come up with some really good ideas, and the bosses they ignore it totally. They're just going to keep doing what they want to do because we are just on here to make things look good. All right. I think that's all it is to give it up to the CEOs saying, hey, we're here. We're listening to these people. We're taking their input. No, they're not. Guys, I'm telling you, your bosses at your warehouse don't give a shit about you except for a select few. Absolute humongous rant today. If I rambled on, it's because I had a lot to say. Humongous rant. Subscribe. I'll see you guys for Discord Friday. Have a great day.